I'm going to start with the quick version, and then there'll be a long version afterwards. There is a new channel dedicated to financial topics, business topics, that sort of thing. It's called Plain Talk Money, link down below. Check it on out. And will this affect the Gwent content? Probably not, to be honest. Even though I'm trying to work myself less, I still manage to keep putting out 60 plus videos every single month. Even my easy week, I immediately, as soon as I felt recharged, found myself going back to 2 or 3 videos. I right now in the Gwent community put out more videos, about twice as many as the next most active creator on all of YouTube. That throne of being the person who puts out the most Gwent content is mine. I have a lot of pride in keeping it, and it's never gonna stop. But it's time for this channel, the PlainTalkJon brand, this PlainTalk brand, to expand into a new area. An area that hopefully can provide value to you, because shockingly, even though you like Gwent, you also use money. That's right, baby. There's at least 2 things I know every single person watching this channel does, which is likes watching Gwent and uses money. So I'm going to cover all the bases. Now, that's a short version. Again, some videos already uploaded on that channel, just getting the feet wet, so to speak. Definitely check them on out. Hit that subscribe if you're going to go on a crazy, crazy journey with me. Let's talk the long version. And now we're breaking out the notepad. Long version. The Gwent stealing. That's right. Let's talk about this. Gwent is an amazing game that is honestly underserved. If you want to be a Gwent content creator, you should totally get in on it. It's very, very, very generous towards new content creators because there just simply isn't enough content to sate the demand. Apologize, I'm really thirsty today. So, in the world of Gwent, there's a small handful of people who are able to make full-time income off of content creation. I think it's between 4 and 5 if you were to start counting them out. I, by the end of this year, am going to be one of them. However, there isn't a whole lot of room to grow past that point. Once you hit the ceiling, and I think I'll hit it by the end of the year, maybe early next year, then I'm stuck. Now, I might say, John, if I look at your subscriber count and compare it to somebody else, like Specimen, Gwen, or Bushy, they have a lot more subscribers. And that's true. But a lot of those subscribers are from a long time ago and have stopped watching Gwent content. If I compare by number of views relative to all the other creators that are big within the entire space, I'm equal or greater to every one of them. Part of that's because I put out more content, there's more videos simply to watch, and also part of it is this ceiling. I'm quickly maxing out as many people as there are in the Gwent community who will ever be interested in my content. And then at that point, once you hit that max, it's just a natural burn. You're losing some people as people lose interest in Gwent, and as people gain interest in Gwent, start entering the game, you're picking up some people. And that will slowly increase my subscriber count, but doesn't fundamentally change that in terms of income, and in terms of the actual audience I'm reaching, I've capped it out. Now, that's a really cool thing, and it's flattering, and the idea of actually me being able to be one of those few creators by the end of this year with full-time income is flattering. It's thanks to viewers like yourself, the YouTube fam, it's thanks to the Twitch fam and their subs, it's thanks to the godlike patrons who are popping on Patreon and generously donating some money my way every single month. And combined, by the end of this year, I think I'll be very reliably hitting it month after month. But it's also about as far as I can take the Gwent side, and my goal in life is to actually help people. Like, I like helping people. I'm this kind, charismatic individual. I'm aware of that, and I really like knowing that I'm improving the world. So how do I go from here? Well, let's explain that. So John is almost at full-time income. Yay. I want to help people. Cool. So if you're a streamer, let's talk about what most streamers do. Streamers is really the wrong word here. It really works for actually all content creators. Let me explain that. Max out a game, switch to a bigger game. That's it, right? So let's say I was going to do it the traditional way. Well, I cap out Gwent. I'm now going to switch from Gwent over to either an experimental game, like Storybook Brawl, or I'm going to go to a larger game, Magic the Gathering Arena, Hearthstone, and work from there. I keep a core audience, keep an audience of 4 people and fans of both games. Core audience is basically, yeah, it's quickly becoming a notepad stream or video. Bear with me. Core audience is people who follow a content creator wherever they go. So these are people who, regardless of what game I like, let's say for me, if I played World of Warcraft and switched fully over there, that'd be an insane switch, but let's say I did it. Core audience is going to keep following me. They are here for me as a person. They love whatever I do, and that's what they're interested in. And this core audience is pretty invaluable to most content creators because these are the people who are going to help support the experimental ideas that creator does and helps them avoid getting punished for it. The other alternative group is fans of both games. So if you like Gwent, if a person likes Gwent and World of Warcraft, they might follow anyways, right? So it's like, oh, well, I like Gwent. You stop doing Gwent content because you want to go to a bigger game like World of Warcraft. Turns out I like it. Let me support you. It's the content creator uses these groups to give them a head start. Now they're seeable on Twitch's front page because they're starting with 30 to 50 viewers per stream, which is all you need typically to get to the front page for a mid-sized game. World of Warcraft might be a little bit larger, but you can pick a different one, etc. You just fill it in. Likewise, for YouTube, hey, I'm starting with 500 subscribers already. One of the 2 requirements to monetize a YouTube channel is 1,000 subscribers. Or you just work on your old channel, you trash it, you switch all the content over to a new game. You're already able to monetize, you have some income coming in, and you rebuild it knowing you're going to take a short-term dip, but your long-term potential is much higher. Cool. Downside to all of this is you burn your entire community every single time. You slowly are growing a core audience as you go from game to game to game, but every time you switch, you're going to lose 70-80% of your audience who is not part of that core audience or part of the group that enjoys both the games, the one you play and the one you switch to. Like 80%, let's just assume 80% of the people who watch the PlainTalkJon channel like Gwent and are part of the PlainTalk family, and you are an important member of the PlainTalk family. But they are here primarily for Gwent, and I don't want to leave them behind. We're a family. That'd be ridiculous. But most streamers need to bite the bullet. If you want to be a content creator and you want to have all these eyeballs on you that claim the fame, you have to keep switching from game to game and growing and growing and growing. It makes sense. But not for this group, and I really hate the idea of burning my community. So I'm going rogue. So I hate this idea. I'm going rogue, baby. Gosh, is rogue spelled like this? I think it's this. I think it's rouge. Rogue. Or maybe that's rouge. I don't know. Fancy. Going, I don't know. Going wild. Something like that. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Notepad has these, moving on. So what am I going to do? I want to focus on something that everyone has in common. So Gwent is one, because if you're here, you like Gwent. Money is another. You all use money. Shockingly, mind-blowing. If you are 50 years old and watching this, I bet you use money. If you are 15 years old, I bet you use money. If you are 5 years old, and for some reason, your parents let you play Gwent and you consume this channel's content, you probably use money. You probably get a small allowance. You can go buy a pack of Pokemon cards or something, So, if I go this way, I probably don't lose anyone. And have the potential to help everyone. That's right. I can help you understand finance. Why can I? I came from the finance industry. About a little over a year ago now. Wow, time flies. I quit the finance industry a little over a year ago with the intent of teaching people how money works, because I know how money works, and I know why corporations don't help small people. Even the ethical ones, for the ethical corporations in the finance field, it's literally not worth their time. And for the unethical ones that decide to target the small person in the world, not much money, they're only doing it because they have a way to rip them off and get a ton of their money. There's not much in between because there's simply not much money to be made off the little person. Somebody without much money. But I really hate that. right? Today's 20-year-old with $20 in the bank account is tomorrow's, like 30 years from now, is their next multimillionaire. If they know what they're doing. And it really irritates me that this isn't fixed. So I wanted to fix it. So that's why I quit my job about a year and 3-ish months ago. Not too bad, right? Anyways, I bombed the financial channel, accidentally stumbled my way into the Gwen streaming, and then now here we are hitting the Gwen ceiling, making nearly, by the end of the year, I'm pretty confident by the end of the year, full-time income off of it. And now I'm at that question of how do I keep growing? How do I keep giving you guys value? How do I make the Plain Talk family an even better place? And here we are, once again, knocking at the door that I failed before. That's the journey that led us here. This explains why we're doing it and why I'm doing this and why we're expanding in this direction as a family. The question is, do you want to come along for this ride? Now, here's the deal. It might all suck. When it comes to trying something new, I assume it's going to suck at the beginning. Because I don't know what you guys like yet. I don't know what the right format is for these, right? If you're going to go over to the other channel, you're going to see more of these like notepaddy, talk to the camera kind of deals. And maybe that works. Maybe it's a terrible one. I don't know. I'm going to have to try formats, different topics, etc. And I hope you'll come join me for that journey. I imagine it'll be a long one. Just like how this channel, to get to nearly full-time income, is going to take me about a year. I imagine the other channel, the Plain Talk Money channel, is going to really take about a year to get to a place where I'm feeling very confident in the format and the direction and all of that. But if this sounds like a journey, and you're willing to bear with me while I experiment and maybe even help me along the way by leaving comments, thumbs up, and trying to tell me what's working for you, what topics you want to see, I would be really honored if you join me on it. Links down below, hit subscribe. If you have questions, just leave them down below. You're probably not the only one with the question. I hope you enjoy coming along this journey with me. Let the fun begin. Shoutouts to Ahmed Ali McRandar and Pseudonym81 for their generous support on Patreon.